The staple of the bigot is fear, and the staple of the mad Jiminy Crow law is the sanist's unequal insane defense for crimes against the person. It has long been the bigoted excuse against all reforms of the justice system to simply divert the wrongly accused of serious charge, avoid blame for the guilty and powerful, or just distract the public from the impact of heavy charges for very petty offenses that would fund prison expansions to near infinity without improving the circumstances of any but the most rich. It is the bigot's scheme to forever mix unprotected innocents of mad ethnicity with truly dangerous criminals by false advocacy and false protections for those that the system will jeopardize in safety in such a mixed grouping of guilt or innocence untried. We must speak out to protect the innocent whom have been denied justice from being imprisoned with the guilty people whom assault them, by demanding the event of equality as pledged in, quote, justice for all. It has also long been the sanest weapon of choice to profile the innocent mad, never formally charged with even minor offense, by attempts to stigmatize with a future violent crime that has not even occurred, and then irrationally diverting him to indefinite internment in the expensive hospital to prevent Jimmy Crow's supposed future. To fund this, they would happily bankrupt the global economy and appear to be hard at work on it now. We are obviously not to blame for the sanest infection of the legal system where we never had equal rights to begin with. We were never consulted when the status quo created the insane defenses in the first place. Our voice, by the very definition contained within the insanity laws, is considered inferior. For those who don't know, it's like incompetence to stand trial, or too crazy to defend yourself. We are obviously not to blame, for the sanest infection of the legal system where we never had equal rights to begin with. We were never consulted when the status quo created the insane defenses in the first place. Our voice, by the very definition contained within the insanity laws, is considered inferior. However, we must not lose heart and continue to speak, even in our segregated voice, wherever it can be heard, against this and any other human equality, simply because the sanest never will for us. Equality is a street that must run both ways, and the sanest has attempted to block it both ways, so that he may deny equality to all innocents, both sane and otherwise, forever. We must call attention to this unethical, sanest hindrance that is unethically based on superiority of sane ethnicity. We most urgently have to speak out now to prevent the perpetuation of more of the bigots' other hate groups, resting secure that their individual members may commit hate crimes and political assassinations while they rely on their sanest insanity defense to exempt all hate groups from legal examination or community scrutiny, when these rejoice in the killing of other divisions of the same by skin color, etc. For if creating individualized legal immunities after the fact for hatred-motivated murder is not truly sponsoring terrorist groups, what else could truly be called so? We must unite to cut off the sanest with the other bigots, for the sanest has now become their root in modern times. Hate is very alive today and is only partially underground. This is apparent from the Papers, Please laws argued in the Southwest, very obviously created and advertised continually for profiling Latino Americans by virtue of the immigration from problem, to the dangerous Islamic religious background profiling argued internationally while oil profits soars in the face of protracted foreign wars. It is apparent from the forceful exploitation by colonialist corporations ignoring the human rights of indignant indigenous peoples around the world because labor and environmental laws stop at borders that money flows right on through. It is apparent watching the terror of random public profiling by security officials to commit willful molestations on ordinary innocents of all ages at American airports, while corporate interests profit from the sales of pornography machines. The order is, comply or else, and do not protest the institution or else. True patriots defend and do not undress the Constitution. True pacifists call for peace at home and not just abroad. May we call for patriotic peace before the opposite destroys all we hold dear, and even the sane are subject to psychiatric-style molestation, stripping, and groping even outside the hospital in the so-called community? As a most diverse people, we MAD hold a unique advantage to halting the disturbing spread of modern hate and violence, the more powerful peaceful diversity within ourselves. Due to a massive big pharma collaboration with diagnostics, it is true that we grow in numbers every passing day. We are kin to every single family that calls itself sane, as we MAD spring from within them. We are poised most advantageously for all our vast disadvantages to instead raise the awareness of a peaceful conscience in that human family. Those few of us today who are MAD and realizing now our MAD ethnicity's equality are in a sense paving a road for masses to come together some tomorrow for the just cause of prolonged peace among diverse ethnicities all throughout the spectrum.